I'm gonna regret this with my entire being. I am 99% sure I will regret this with my entire being. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am going to be reacting to Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power on Amazon Prime, and I am so nervous about this, especially given the trailer. My sister and I are probably gonna try to give it a shot together, but I want to do a little something, try to watch as much the trailer just came up on Amazon Prime. I'm gonna try to watch as much as I can and react to as much as I can in a video, and we'll see how this goes. I'm so nervous about this. Play. Here we go. The music is something I'm liking it, sort of. I like the music. Young Galadriel?
What? Is it finished yet?
Why are we getting a young, I mean, not that I mind, but why are we getting a young Galadriel?
Even you.
Okay.
Stop!
We're trying to mimic some of the Lord of the Rings imagery here with this little paper crane boat thingy when the Fellowship leaves Lothlorien. I don't know what they're trying to do here. Are they trying to foreshadow Galadriel leaving Middle Earth? And if she's this young, this was spoilers, just not spoilers for Rings of Power, but just Middle Earth spoilers. Galadriel gets banished at one point, and if she's this young, it's before she was banished from Middle Earth. What are they trying to do here? I know the Tolkien estate basically said that there could be no more cinematic adaptations based around Lord of the Rings and Tolkien writings, but at the same time it's like that basically takes it away. So like I don't know why Amazon is trying to do this when the Tolkien estate said no more cinematic adaptations. Okay, Rings of Power spoiler. Why are these elf children being so mean to Galadriel? Like, I get, like, all kids have, like, a mean streak in, or not all kids. I get it. Many kids have a mean streak in them, but at the same time, it's like, they're trying to, like, I saw this post that my sister sent to me, but they're trying to make Galadriel into this stereotypical trope of the badass female main character that we've seen a lot in contemporary fiction, or in fiction that's been published recently. That's what I mean by contemporary fiction. This is really showing that, because it's like a lot of these female main characters in fantasy fiction, they are the odd girls out and other kids weren't so nice to them. Why are we trying to make Galadriel into that kind of main character is my main question. Something I've seen around on social media, but back in 2001 when The Fellowship of the Ring came out, and more recently in 2012 when The Hobbit came out, we did not fall in love with our long-haired elves, Legolas, Haldir, Thranduil, Elrond. I know some people like Elrond, I like Elrond. Anyway, we did not fall in love with our long-haired male elves to get short-haired male elves in 2022. What is this world coming? Galadriel's older brother, I'm assuming. He would look so much better with long hair, excuse me, but he would look so much better with long hair. Give him long hair that can frame his elven features. And he would look so much better. He's not really my type, but he would look so much better. It's not feeling like Middle Earth. I think that's my disconnect. It's not feeling like Middle Earth. We're getting the Battle of Morgoth? What's with this tree? Why does he look like Sauron? Oh, so this isn't Morgoth. Why are they holding their swords like that? I'm confused. So they're... What? Okay, this fighting scene when they go from Valinor to Middle Earth, this fight scene, the reactions of some of these elves, Galadriel's older brother in particular, like, it's a little too dramatic. it's a little too dramatic. And the timeline's off too, because Galadriel was an adult by this time too, I'm pretty sure. Research. Okay, so Galadriel, she wasn't a child during the War with Morgoth. I looked it up. I'm a little confused by the dates, but I will include a Google search to like what I found. Galadriel was definitely an adult by the time Morgoth, so it's like, what are we trying to accomplish here? Okay, never mind, she's an adult by the time this war ends. Never. So her brother didn't. Okay, never mind. And now we have symbols that we're carving into dead elves. Where am I? I'm only like 7 minutes in, and I am so confused by this because, to my knowledge, I could be wrong, but to my knowledge, Sauron did not rise immediately after Morgoth. He does rise relatively soon after Morgoth in the Middle Earth timeline, but he's not like immediately after Morgoth's fall. And I'm pretty sure he didn't have that like sharp. I'm pretty sure he didn't have that armor right away either. Maybe he did. And again, I could be wrong, but like, what? Spoilers ahead. But this was a scene in the trailer, so not a giant spoiler. But she's climbing up this like mountain covered in ice, and her shoes are pointy. That it's such a small costume detail, but like, why are her shoes pointy, and why can they stab the ice? That seems well, dwarves can have some pointy stuff, or like pointy stuff in their architecture and stuff like that. But like having metal shoes that are pointy and can stab into ice and stick there seems more dwarven rather than elven. All of these elves have pointy shoes. Why do the men have short hair? Unless it's, by men I mean male elves. Why do they have short hair? I know I'm not letting this go, but so many of them would look so much better if they had long hair. And like, I am all for representation, and I'm loving that there's such a diverse cast to this. And like, it would be amazing to see some like black elves with long curly hair. That would be so fun to see. I haven't gotten to the black elf yet, by the way. I'm only 8 minutes in. Almost 9 minutes. I'm confused by this. I'm confused by this. So it does look like we have some other elves of color, and of course Galadriel is just pushing on ahead because why the fuck not? And I'm so confused.
This follows you to the very edge of the world, but none who ever dared search for this last stronghold has ever found anything.
I'm confused. It's the next day, and I've had some time to think about the first episode of Rings of Power. I know the second episode's out, but I'm gonna hold off a little bit on watching it to allow myself to process the first episode a little bit more. But I feel like I'm ready to talk about the first episode. It's not as bad as I was expecting it to be, and it's not as out there as I was expecting it to be, but I was confused throughout most of the episode. And I was just wondering what the heck was going on. It was one of those situations where I knew what was going on, but at the same time, I had no idea what was going on. And it was really confusing. The hobbits, the Harfoots, as they're called in Rings of Power for whatever reason, they were cute. Nori was really sweet. All the little children were really cute. I think the hobbits were the best part of this. And it was so confusing. Only two of the male elves had long hair, which is like, I know I'm not shutting up about this, but that was like a big what? That was a big question mark, and I'm probably not going to shut up about it anytime soon or ever. I have no idea what to make of this, just because I was so confused through most of it. And this honestly didn't feel like Middle Earth to me. Although it was filmed in New Zealand and they have like the Middle Earth maps, it didn't feel like New Zealand, or it didn't feel like New Zealand to me. It didn't feel like Middle Earth to me. Like there were certain points where I was just like, okay, yeah, I can kind of see Middle Earth here, but as a whole, it didn't feel like Middle Earth to me, which was a major disconnect for me because I want it to feel like Middle Earth. And I guess after Peter Jackson, no one can do Middle Earth very well. And something I've talked about with friends and family to quite an extent at this point is, if we're going to do something set in Middle Earth, give me something fully unrelated to The Ring. Give me something 100% unrelated to the One Ring, the Rings of Power. Because I think at this point we have so much done on the One Ring, cinematically at least. There's so much, although it's only 6 movies, there's so much already about the One Ring. Like, give me some more of the Middle Earth world without talking too much about the ring. I'm not saying that the ring can't appear, but give me something other than the One Ring. Give me the Balrogs, give me the dragons, give me the Istari, the wizards, give me the Maiar as a whole. Because the Maiar includes the wizards, the Balrogs, Sauron, Morgoth. Give me the Maiar. Or give me other Maiar. Don't give me Morgoth and Sauron, as great as they are. Give me other Maiar. Give me the other 2 wizards that we don't really meet in Peter Jackson's Middle Earth, like the 2 blue wizards. Give me more of Elrond's. Give me more of Galadriel. Like, yeah, give me more of Elrond and Galadriel, but not in this context. Not in the context of the One Ring. Maybe give me more of a history of like Rohan and the Horse People or Gondor. Just give me something other than stories directly tied to the One Ring and Sauron and Morgoth. Give me something other than that. Because, something that I've mentioned to friends is, going back to the Balrog and the dragons point, there were a lot of Balrogs and there were dragons way bigger than Smaug in Middle Earth. And at one point, Balrogs rode dragons. Give me some of that. Give me some dragon riding Balrogs, because that would be so cool to see. I'm gonna end this video here, mainly because I don't know what else to say aside from the fact that I was so confused and that it didn't feel like Middle Earth to me. I might do an overall reaction to the Rings of Power if I end up deciding I can finish it and feeling like I can finish it, but we'll see how it goes. As usual, all my socials and my Mercari and my Pingo books are linked down below in the description, and a couple of the Google searches I did while I was looking into this and trying to make sure I had some facts straight are also linked down below in the description. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next week's video.